Thank you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Adam Levitt, everybody. Fuck yeah. Oh, Adam's great. He comes to like every fucking unpoetry. He's like at every fucking noise show I can imagine. So to have him fucking here is a treat for me, for fucking sure, dude. Oh, that was great. That was good. That was good for me. Maybe I should start. Oh yeah, music is kind of new. So comments, questions. Maybe I should get like a jug of earplugs. I think it's cool to not mention that there's going to be music, but also that's because I'm an idiot. Anyways, I left my list over here. Oh, that's the host microphone. I'll talk off mic. I don't need the fucking mic at all. But here, see, here I sound magnanimous, like I host things. Like maybe For Culture will give me a grant. Does anybody know For Culture? Yeah? Tell them to give me some fucking cash, man. Give all of us some cash. Anyways, seriously, we got some big things coming up for 2024, which I can't fucking tell you, but it's gonna be really fucking cool. And also I'm gonna try and get a grant. It's gonna be dope. Let's move on. Enough stalling. Dude, is Mike here? Mike Simmons? I didn't think so. Is any one of you Mike Simmons? Do you feel like you could be Mike Simmons? It's not a bit, but it's okay. It works like one. Huh? Alright, we'll move on. A lot of people said they don't want to be first, which is kind of a fucking problem. Just currently right now. Well, I'm sorry. How about Jodi? Jodi, you want to go?
Sure.
Cool. Jodi Dills, everybody. Mike's a little wonky.
This is going to be a lot different than what you just heard.
Nice.
How can I get this? Boilermakers. If I was a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you have my baby? It wasn't our song, but I sang along in my saggy butt overalls and tool belt, swinging my framing hammer, swigging beer at the raucous tab with the boys, bouncing down the road in a stinky old yellow van, swamper on the concrete truck, tying rebar, calling in lumber lists, on-site sawyer, all the saws, scaring the shit out of myself, not once, but twice. The crew ordered me a Boilermaker the day after my first pour. Concrete, clinging in daubs to my knees and my sleeves. Classic cocktail, they said. Shoot the shot and guzzle the beer. Nails in a framer's pouch that puncture fingertips when it's below freezing don't hurt until later. That's where the Boilermakers come in. You spelled my name with an I. You spelled my name with an I. And from that modest moment in time, a shift of tectonic comparisons changed lives with overpowering ripple effects, like a wave that comes on the seventh surge. This causes some to swim parallel to shore, seeking survival, others to dive deep into the sea. You spelled my name with an I. Then bags were packed in search of higher ground, level playing fields, water for withered plants that had surrendered, food for vacant minds that craved awakening, air for restless wings to resist gravity. You spelled my name with an I, and the road opened lanes. No drop-off on the shoulders, defining lines easily crossed over without signals, bags tossed half empty into the trunk in pursuit of a future.
Christmas 2018, we drove to Eugene like usual. My dad and Allison threw a big solstice potluck, and we packed into their living and dining rooms among various U of O professors and retired professors, amateur birders, white African drummers, and fellow students from Allison's Tai Chi class. The West Coast was finally percolating in, though she still got her hair cut in Manhattan. My dad made a little speech about the pre-Christian origins of the venerable tradition of watching the tree die slowly in your living room. And lit the tree, real candles in brass holders that glinted among the flames. The guests oohed and awed and sang O Tannenbaum, and that year no one caught their clothes on fire. Shakur stood with me, behind me, just how I wanted him, arms around my waist, warm chest on my back, mulled wine breath in my hair. We stopped in Portland on the way home and stayed in our favorite Airbnb. It was the upstairs of a backyard cottage off Alberta Street, right near our food truck garden. It was run by a masseuse who enjoyed ecstatic dance. It was basically an episode from Portlandia. He even let you pick your own kale, though the food on Alberta Street was so good and varied we rarely took him up on the offer. That time we had Thai street food for dinner, walked back in the rain, and got cozy. Shakur seemed contemplative, distracted, a funny, expectant silence staticky around him.
The storm. Nestled deep in the crevice of the mind's eye is the pursuit for fresh pow-pow like you have never experienced before. A long cruise out night before an icy snow crunch mountain road humbles you. A next summit on the sovereign road trip. Test ability to navigate in the choppy roads. Arrive in heaviest of wind gusts. Parking lot you encounter strokes your graceful dance with the Deschute god. You take off for first run, settle into flow of alpine descent, discover how expansive the resort truly stands. 4 major chairlifts present glades you have previously only dreamt. Embark on that hammer hop tailwind you promised by day's end, to don a face covering charm by the locals, taking pride in talking Ben, love and gaining insight from unexpected encounter of skiers from Boston with advice on Utah. Somehow you managed to brace the storm, 5 hours and 15 run, ready for a steady stream on the Deschute River. Ponderosa Grove, calm the sense, allow them to tingle. From Bevel to El Sancho and Ben Brewing, complete such pure itinerary with Megaplex venture to world of Cocaine Bear and return thankfully to a warm bed. May Day. Sound the bugle, round up the comrade, take your conviction straight to the proletariat. Never back down or think any crisis too salacious to be reversed. Stand up for the justice of right you intend to enact. Remind that all you rub shoulders with, this be an action that is taken as a chorus rather than a monologue. Float down riots and shouts of a fair trial. Stand up from each creek bed along the hoe or icy crevice upon Muir campground. Know the echoes will ring true. We demonstrate the feather in our cap. We are most holy of force, waiting to work wonder. No matter which industry you privy, allow the union to hold strong and the party to take down any monarchical clouds.
See, North America has too many children and not enough hands, you told me. You stash one kid in the marsupium and put the extras in a fanny pack. Boom. Done. Forget the rollers, the strollers, wraps, and slings, the automated rocking bassinets, and the nannies juggling the diaper bag. I immediately had some concerns about your understanding of the weight and mobility of a human infant relative to that of the joeys, those pink and tender lima bean babies. Plus, some questions about the orphaned roos mewling in the overcrowded zoos, the depletion of the Great Eastern Grey troops along the Australian coastline, the various methods of sustaining embryonic diapause in the doe in order to evacuate her pouch, and can you imagine PETA's response? or the development of sturdier backpacks molded to kangaroo shoulders, something so lurch and hop resilient the babies couldn't fall out, and also where are the kangaroos taking them? You shrugged. The important thing was that they were held. This next poem is called Eve Child. Thank you. There are 2 apples, but one of them is a little out of reach, about Adam's height, and the other one is so low it almost kisses the earth. You put out your hand, and the serpent smacks it back down. Listen, the serpent says. All of your ribs lattice your body, your belly a hollow gourd beneath them. Someday, there will be a word for women in your condition, when there are women, when, like you, they are given something to carry, or, with their hands, invite something into their bodies. There are 2 apples, and one of them is goodness, and one of them is evil. The serpent will not tell you which is which, but looks at you with Adam's eyes, a halved fire, a crimson shadow. These days, Adam spends all of his nights under a canopy of giraffe legs, which he names Adam ladders. The tallest Adam ladder strips wild apricot leaves with a blue tongue. Long strands of apricot spit drip around Adam like rain. The apple falls. There are 2 apples, and now there is 1 apple. The serpent says, take that out of your mouth. The serpent says, put that back where it came from, and sounds exactly like Adam when he finds you in the garden, your tongue breeding soil. Adam pulls a worm from your teeth and calls it Adam floss. Half of the Adam floss threads itself back into the earth. Your belly swells with apple seed, with goodness or evil. There is 1 apple, and now there are no apples. You call each apple Eve Child. Inside each Eve Child is a piece of Adam floss shaped like a serpent, or a question. The question is everything you need to know.
Or my still soft corpse in the parking lot of the pancake house down the street. I sang, silently, an untuned cherry piano. I tell her anyway. She holds photos of me, watering roses, cliché French love songs, yours, puny and plastic. Chanson d'amour lilted from shaky throat, and I thanked you for distraction from cold hands, so cold they weren't hers, maybe ceramic or stone or wooden crucifix over brick mantle, but not wilting skin, squishy veins, red lacquer, tapping on granite countertops, flipping through Dean Koontz novels that should have held mine instead of yours. I love your eyes, I love your mouth, where all my kisses shall dissolve. Was the power even yours in the first place? Know your power. You, digital numbers ticking under cracked toenail polish, adding, subtracting, with hitched breath, burning throat. Hear the plastic creak under you, in the cold stare of the bathroom and the glaring white of the dressing room. Pull your shoulders back and ignore the clicking, the details of your skin, the scrutinizing wind chipping the edges of your brittle teeth. Take the power for yourself and ignore the chatter, though you know you can't. Urchin. You can call me an urchin of sea and street. Grubby, grimy, sticky, slimy. I'll work for the paper cuts that pay for your manicure. Sophistication, education, poise, practicality line my fingernail dirt. Rub the dry skin on my heels, soak in foggy ash water and lemon bubble bath. Please just give me a fucking apartment. Ignore my credit score. I don't mind if the kitchen is in the bathroom. I'm new, young, poor. I walk among sticky boots, soaked trash, painted bricks, illegal ash. But please let me in. I'll knock the mud off my shoes and wipe my eyes. Some say there's gold in iris dirt if you dig long enough. It can line your collarbone. Watch it twinkle under chandelier lights while I bleed.
Hell yeah, one more time for all the readers, everybody. How about for the underbelly, huh? In reaching the end, the last reader would be me, and then I'll do a speech, and we'll figure that out, huh? But, funny story. It's a funny story. I told my friend Amy, I mean, we've been doing this for a while, so I was like, dude, maybe I should just stop doing unpoetry, right? Like, maybe I should just fucking quit it, right? And then she's like, what the fuck are you gonna do, work for another bank? Like, in that tone. And I was like, yeah, that's right, that's the right tone. So we'll be doing this as long as I can fucking possibly do it. I love doing it. And I love looking for all these different readers and finding all these various forms of writing in this fucking city. Like I said, it's not bragging. There is only like 3 curated fucking series in here. Ours has been going for fucking the most consistently for 2 years. So it's fucking wonderful to be here and to kind of meet everybody and to know everybody. 2 years ago, I didn't know fucking anybody, and then I had to start a whole poetry reading to make friends, and it's really worked out. So I'm glad everyone's here. Huh? All right, enough sappy bullshit. Do you wanna jam, Adam? Yeah. This is gonna be also kind of tricky. Oh, you can check it. I thought you would personally enjoy this. Oh yeah. That was cool, right? Yeah. That's gonna be dope. It'll be all right. That's good enough. Good job. Great. Alright. Welcome to Unpoetry. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, y'all. Oh, now it works. Let's go. Let's go. Round two.
Oh my gosh.
It's on Chris. It's on the strip. I need to charge you. Thing. I forgot to charge you. It's in these drumstick.
I really want to check it
Sure, it could be a toothbrush.
out. That's a coffee from.
Yeah, good enough.
Shit,